Dear future, I hope you're well. I hope the skies are blue, the rivers are full, and the air is clean. I hope the trees still stand tall and the oceans are alive with the dance of waves untouched by plastic. But I fear we have failed you. I fear we have left you skies thick with smoke, waters poisoned with waste, and the land stripped bare. I fear we didn't listen when the earth whispered, then screamed for help. If only we had cared more, acted sooner. If only we had planted more than we destroyed. If only we had seen that the cost of convenience was the future itself. But the story isn't over yet. The future is still unwritten, and today we choose to change it.
Environmental awareness means understanding the interconnectedness of human actions and natural world. It means recognizing the issues related to environment and also to take the responsibility for the sustainable living, right? And it goes beyond just knowing about climate change or pollution or deforestation. It is about actively engaging in solutions, whether through personal choices, through policy advocacy, or through scientific advancement. So climate change is a major driver of extreme weather patterns, leading to more frequent, intense and unpredictable weather events. Rising global temperature intensify heat waves, droughts and wildfires, which makes them more prolonged and severe. Heat-related illnesses, dehydration, heat stroke, they are becoming more common these days, and especially among outdoor workers and vulnerable populations. Cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, cities like these, they face urban flooding due to excessive rainfall and poor drainage system. Warmer temperature fuel stronger cyclones, making them more destructive. And also Himalayan glaciers are also melting at an accelerated rate, increasing the risk of glacial lake outburst flood, which is also known as GLOF. It is a hot name these days in states like Uttarakhand and Sikkim. And extreme weather increases health risks, it increases diseases, it also impacts food security as crop yields declines. And climate disasters force rural people or rural population to migrate to the urban cities in the search of some job or work. And also extreme weather events at times also damages roads, bridges, power grids and disrupt transportations. So yeah, the extreme weather events, they disrupt the normal day-to-day lives and the livelihoods of the population at large. So globally and in India also, issues like climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, resource depletion are some of the challenges that we face. And India faces unique challenges due to its large population, economic growth and geographical diversity. And the certain extreme weather events like heat waves, wildfires and hurricanes, they are becoming more frequent over the years. As we know that Amazon rainforest is nearing a tipping point, and coral reefs are experiencing mass bleaching due to rising sea temperatures. So the pollution impacts are becoming more severe each year. Studies show that prolonged exposure to the fine particles like PM 2.5 increases the risk of asthma, bronchitis, COPD, lung cancer. And a Lancet study found that almost 11.5% of the annual deaths in Delhi were due to air pollution. And air pollution is also linked to, it's okay, I'll repeat. Studies show that prolonged exposure to these fine particles like particulate matter 2.5 increases the risk of asthma, bronchitis, COPD and lung cancer also. And a Lancet study found that almost 11.5% of the annual deaths in Delhi are linked to air pollution. And air pollution is also linked to high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes due to inflammation and oxidative stress. Depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, especially in elderly populations, are some of the other impacts of the pollution. In terms of biodiversity, air pollution reduces photosynthesis by blocking the sunlight and by depositing toxic pollutants on the leaves. Studies indicate that ozone pollution reduces wheat and rice yields by 10 to almost 40% in India, right? And which it impacts food security on a big scale. Also, Delhi's Yamuna river is one of the most polluted rivers in India, with ammonia levels often exceeding safe limits. Again, high industrial waste, sewage discharge, it leads to oxygen depletion, eventually leading to the death of aquatic life and other aquatic ecosystems. Deforestation destroys habitats, pushing species like the Asian elephant, Bengal tiger and Great Indian bustard towards extinction. IUCN Red List report of 2023 reports that over 42,000 species are at risk of extinction, mainly due to habitat loss. Loss of key species affects entire ecosystems. For example, if pollinators like bees and butterflies decline, plant reproduction suffers, eventually resulting in the reduction of food availability. And habitat destruction also leads to the disappearance of top level predators, which eventually leads to unchecked herbivore population, overgrazing and also to ecosystem collapse. Deforestation also leads to soil erosion, loss of fertility and also to desertification. Thar Desert is expanding, which is threatening agriculture in Rajasthan and Gujarat. And deforestation also leads to increased human-wildlife conflicts. A report by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change says that in India, over 500 people die annually due to human-elephant conflicts. IPCC in 2023 reported that deforestation accounts for 10 to 15% of the global carbon dioxide emissions. And that's how deforestation and biodiversity loss disrupts the ecosystems. It weakens the natural resilience of ecosystems, and it also accelerates climate change, impacting both local environment and planet as a whole. We can avoid single-use plastics and unnecessary packaging. We can carry reusable bags, bottles, containers. We should also segregate waste and compost organic waste at individual or household level. We can switch to LED bulbs and energy efficient appliances. We can fix leaks and use water efficient taps and showers. We can switch to LED bulbs and energy efficient appliances. We can also fix leaks, or we can use water efficient taps and showers in our homes. We should also avoid overusing water while washing dishes, clothes or watering plants. And we can also plant native trees and shrubs to improve biodiversity. We can also adopt a minimalist lifestyle and consume only what is necessary. Students and young people are key drivers of change when it comes to environmental sustainability. As I said earlier, we can adopt a sustainable lifestyle by reducing plastic used, by reducing food waste, or by using public transport. Students and young people can also participate in eco-friendly initiatives such as some green clubs in their school or in their colleges to spread awareness. Young people can also support sustainable brands and thrift clothes instead of fast fashion. They can switch to digital notes and they can switch to e-books to reduce paper waste. Students can also use reusable stationery like refillable pens, notebooks which are made from recycled papers. They can use their social media handles responsibly to spread awareness and support environmental cause and to spread environmental awareness. Young people and students can lead by example, by inspiring others through blogging, YouTube videos, and public speaking on environmental topics.